on Ghana Tonight. Now, detail for us why this issue should be of concern to the person who is watching us right now.
Okay, thank you very much.
Or even us here at TV3.
Thank you very much. So now, today, if you set out to apply for, if you build a factory, for instance, or if you put up a huge edifice which requires that you apply for your own dedicated transformer, now what happens is that ECG will have to first of all come and assess the premises, and then even before they come to the premises, they require you to pay 10,000 cedis that is non-refundable. Now, when they have come to do the assessment and build up the cost, they make you pay less that amount. Now, in the cost build-up, there's also an item called contingency. And contingency, we all know, is supposed to be a cost allocated for an unexpected event. Now, you find that most of that contingency is 10% of the total material cost or cost of material that you purchase.
I see.
Now, that amount, depending on the size of transformer, could go as high as 50,000 plus. And that amount, when everything is said and done, ECG doesn't account for to the customers on what has been used for that money.
There's no accountability.
No accountability. So we think that if that amount alone is taken out of this application service charge that ECG takes from customers, which they claim is for what they lump it up and call it capital contribution. Which is fair in tariff, whatever. We know that it's fair. You need to contribute. The customer must contribute in keeping or maintaining the network, fine. But then this amount is so exorbitant that ECG doesn't account to anybody. And all efforts to try and make them see reason on why some of these things is thwarting the industrialization effort of the country has proven futile. Now we have a clear-cut strategy to try and get them to review it. We've petitioned them, we petitioned the relevant agencies, the Ministry of Energy, the Ministry of Trade, the Parliamentary Select Committee on Energy, and many other organizations. So we are saying that this is not a fight between GECA or Ghana Electrical Contractors Association and ECG. It's a fight for the socio-economic development of the country. I mean, Media General, for instance, if today you decide to upgrade, you'll be required to cover an unexpected amount of money just to keep your system running.
I see. And so you're calling for a suspension of a particular policy and a call for stakeholder engagement. What policy exactly?
So number one, we are saying that upfront payment of 10,000 cedis should be relooked at. What they charge, the 15% that they request customers to pay, which they call company charges, should be looked at. That contingency, that 10% that they charge as contingency, they have never been able to defend it. They've never been able to account for it anywhere. Should be relooked at. And then there's another 3.5% which they call as preliminaries. So this cost build-up is what makes the cost of application for dedicated service connection very expensive. So we are calling them to call stakeholders. Let us settle down around the table. Let's look at the cost build-up and agree to disagree on some of the components, and so that businesses can survive. Now today, if people start building factories and commercial edifices and all that, when they get to the point where they are supposed to pay for service connection, they are hit with huge amounts of money, and some of them have been forced to leave the project. Some of them, because it's not planned, so it delays the whole completion stage and all that. So it's very worrying.
I see. And this is one that at least we also monitored the concerns of the residents of Salaga and the East Gonja municipality. Just a quick listen to what these residents had to say about some recent power surges that led to some power cuts. Take a look.
Light off on me, light for no light off no, and yes, I have our displeasure to the good people of Ghana and tell them exactly what is happening. Salaga is better. It's on the stage of this Salaga we know. Salaga was started since 18 something. Salaga, we also expected this one. We can see it now, but the light is a major source of.
So if this petition is not heeded to, what next?
Yeah, so quickly. What next is that today we know ECG has proven that they don't respect anybody in this country except the presidency. So, I mean, yes. So
anyway, they will disagree with you.
They can, but I mean, we have evidence to show to that effect. All efforts, we are their key stakeholders in this. Okay. And we've met them even before the Mahama came. We've met the earlier leadership. trying to make them see reason. Today, their actions and inactions is collapsing the electrical industry. There are, and like I always tell people, electrical industry is a mega $1 million, is a mega dollar, whatever. People have been